I think the code of practice will be a massively important part of holding these people to account. And all we want is people to treat each other fairly and reasonably and with respect. And that shouldn't be too much to ask in this day and age.
Do we feel that the code will have enough teeth to to really call out that behaviour and have some sanction as opposed to just, well, I won't do it again, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Mark, that the benefit of peer pressure is going to be huge. And if people are beginning to talk about how conduct needs to change, and people can talk to one another about how the code should be impacting what they're doing, and if the colleges and universities can instill this in people as they train new land agents and solicitors, if the bodies that are representing them professionally, like the CAV and the RICS, include them as part and parcel of their regulatory framework and their examination process, then we will see real change, in my view. And we're going to sign up to the code, so we want to make sure we're acting reasonably and fairly as well, as I hope other organisations representing landlords and others will too. So we're not gonna. I'm not naive enough to think everything's going to be rosy the day the code's published, but I think it will give us a real opportunity to change the narrative that has been so toxic for such a long period of time.
I think the other thing, Mark, is that, the land agents themselves are going to want to sign up to this because it's going to look incredibly odd if they don't. If you've got the big land agents who's saying, oh, well, we're not really going to sign up to it, it's going to look quite odd, particularly if the RICS and the CAAV have absolutely endorsed and signed it. And I think that, the conversations and I have to say, the conversations I've had with the RICS particularly have been incredibly good, really engaged, really proactive. They want this to work, and they will, I think they're going to be very clear to all of their members that this needs to work. And, I think, you don't want to go down an enforcement road too early on these things. You want to ensure that actually, the industry comes together and works to the benefit of it all. And I think if the code of conduct doesn't work, then, there might be a way that it might need to be enforced in the future. And I'm sure future governments might look at it. But I think it's incumbent on all of us to ensure that it does work, actually.